Good morning, students. Our next lesson is the population. So, already you know India is the second place in the world population. What is the meaning of population? So, generally, the population means the people who are living in a particular area in a particular time is considered as the population of that country. Clear? According to biology, a population is all the organisms of the same group or species who live in a particular geographical area and are capable of interbreeding. So, here also the same meaning, the group or species who live in a particular geographical area in a particular time is called a population. So, now the world population is 650 crores. Okay, so out of that, only our India's population is 138 crores. Okay, so like that, every 10 years in India, we calculate the population in our country. That is called census. Okay, so population by country in the year 2020, the first place goes to China. In China, 143 crores 93 lakh 23,776 people are there. In India, 138 crores 4,385, and third place United States, 33 crores 10 lakh 2,651 people are there in United States. Total population is in the world 7.8 billion or 650 crores. Okay, so why we calculate population in a country regularly? So why? Because population is a crucial element in social studies. To implement any scheme in the country and to know the conditions of the population, people, living standards, job opportunities, sharing the resources, all these depend on the population of the particular country. That's why every country should find the population growth or current population in their countries. Okay, so the idea of equality also is based on the people. So equality, how they are maintaining in their country depending on the population. Population growth is considered as the basic for all problems that we face. So all are blaming that the population of India is more, that's why people are not getting proper jobs, proper opportunities, even they are not getting minimum facilities because of population. So like that. So these all basic problems based on the population growth. When population is increasing according to the population growth, the development should be increased. The facility should be increased. If the facility is not increased, so what happens? All the people will face different problems. Okay, in India, almost 92% of the working people in India are in the unorganized sector. Already we discussed this. We have two types of sectors, organized sector and unorganized sector. So organized sector means which is controlled by government, where the good facilities provided to the workers, either more salaries, incentives, and better working conditions. So that is called organized sector. But 92% of working people in India are working in unorganized sectors, means casual laborers, and self-employed workers, means hawkers, who started small shops themselves. Okay, so they are not getting proper income and proper facilities. Okay, because of more here, according to the population growth, we are not providing facilities to the people. Okay, so how to calculate population in a particular area in a particular time? So we'll see. That is called census. What is the meaning of census? For every 10 years, we gather the information about the people living in our country. That is called census. A census is the procedure of systematically acquiring and recorded information about the members of a given population. So census is a procedure. So they record the information about the people. The census of India provides us with information regarding the population of our country. So once in a 10 years, information is collected about all the people living in India. So for every 10 years, we gather information about all the people living in India. So who will conduct this census? The Registrar General and Census Commission. The Registrar General and Census Commission of India organizes the collection and recording of the information for every 10 years. Clear? In India, the first census was taken in 1872 and the first complete census was taken in 1881. The first complete census was taken in 1881. Since 1881, for every 10 years, we are conducting census in our country. The previous census we conducted in 2011. Again, we are going to conduct census in our country in 2021. Previously, in Telangana government, after forming the Telangana government, they gathered some information about the people, but that is not considered as census. Okay, so according to 2011 census, the India's population is 121 crores 1,93,422. So out of this, 62 crores 37 lakh 24,248 men, 58 crores 64 lakh 69,174 women. So here the women population is less than men population in our country according to 2011 census. So which information we get from census? So first one is, so you can also conduct the survey in your place. Okay, so with some list of information, then you will get much information about your neighbors. Okay, so in this information, usually they will get the age structure and employment, and or they are having their own houses or living in the rented houses, and are they are having any vehicles, four-wheelers, two-wheelers. Okay, and education qualifications, are the children going to schools or not. So like that, every information we will collect through the census, either their income levels, caste, community, either they are migrated from different places, or they are belongs to same area. So like that, every information we can gather through the census. Next, age structures. So the age structure of a population refers to the number of males and females in different age groups in a country. So we should take the information about the age structure, that is important. Why? Because so when the government going to implement any schemes, implement any laws based on the age group, they will prepare different schemes. Okay, in the age structure, so they can get number of children and percentage of people working age and percentage of aged persons. Percentage of aged person they will gather. So next, children. Children means below 15 years age, not 18 years only. So 18 years means major, but here we consider the children who are having age below 15 years are called children. Okay, so what are the conditions of the children? They cannot earn. Most of the children are in this group, go to schools. Okay, next, they are taken care by the family. The children are taken care by the family. What they require? They require food, clothing, education, medical care. So based on this information, so government will think how many schools are required, how many schools are required, and how many students are enrolled in the schools, and how many children are facing difficulties because of below poverty line. So based on this, they will implement the different schemes. Example, midday meals and free uniforms, free books, free education, and they will try to start the residential schools. So like that. So based on the population of children, they try to improve the facilities. Okay, next, working age 15 to 59 years. These are the working people, considered as working people. So after 15 years, we don't consider them as child labor. So below 14 years only who are working in any shops or factories, those are considered as child labor. So after 15 years, those are considered as a working people or working population. So children and the aged people depend on this group. So that is the responsibility of this group. This group earn money and desire decent income and security of work. So the working age people always desire about decent income. So to provide facilities to their family for development and security of work also. So here in our country now we are having more youth population in our country. That's why our leaders are thinking that definitely our country will be developed in the coming decades. Next, aged above 59 years. So these are called old age people. But now after 58 years, every government employee should retire. But now government's also thinking. Now people are working up to 65 years. They can because of medical facilities, because of food, because of different facilities. People can work up to 65 years. Now the governments are increasing the retirement age. Already in some department they increased up to 60 years. They are thinking to increase up to 65 years also. Okay, but previously the retirement age was 58 years. So that's why after retirement they consider as old people. Okay, some people get retirement pensions. So who worked in organized sectors or in a government departments, they may get pensions after retirement also. But most of the people in India working in unorganized sector, already we discussed, 92% of people in India working in unorganized sectors, but they don't get any pension. So agriculture, domestic, construction workers usually continue their work as long as it is physically possible. So you may have observed that more than 70 years or 80 years people around you also working in domestic work or in shops or under a construction contractor. Okay, so these people don't get any decent income, they don't have any job security, and even after some certain age they don't get any pension. But nowadays the state governments are providing some old age pensions to these people. Okay, aged group medical expenses are high than that of the other age groups also. Why? Because after 59 years or 60 years they may face different health problem or physical problems, knee pains, okay, gastric problems or some indigestion problems. So they have more problems than you compare with the other groups. These people also depend on working age, and children also depend on working age. So when you have the information about these age groups, the governments will take the decision while implementing the different schemes. Clear? That's why we need information about the population at every time. Next, sex ratio. This is very important. What is the meaning of sex ratio? Sex ratio is the number of females for 1000 males in the population. So what is the meaning of sex ratio? How many female population is there for 1000 male population? So usually in India the sex ratio is less when you compare with the developed countries. Clear? Women in India was constantly being lower than the men because of discrimination against the women. because of uneducation. Literacy rate is less in our country. So the people are not allowed the girl childs to born. Okay. Next, it causes discrimination. Women and girls facing unequal opportunities for education and development because of social structure.